So we're going to start just with tuning in. So tuning into the moment, getting grounded, getting present here, tuning into our bodies and our breaths, and creating a little invitation to create an intention for yourself today if you wish. So let's start by just arriving here, and I want to share one of my favorite ways to do so. It's a super simple meditation to sort of arrive in the moment, like wherever you are. You can do this anytime throughout your day. You can do this as a centering exercise before you kind of embark on something that you might need a little bit more of your focus and attention and intention. But we'll begin today with sort of imagining our bodies as an hourglass, like a sand timer that you turn upside down, and the sand is gradually draining down from the top to the bottom. Don't worry, we're not going to turn ourselves upside down. But we'll take 3 breaths to gradually feel this relaxing down from the top of the head to the body, and then 1 full breath to sort of integrate that. And then once you've learned this and done this a few times, it's super simple. Again, you can just incorporate this throughout your day, anytime, anywhere. But let's begin with the hands on the legs, closing your eyes or just taking a soft gaze downwards. Take a few easy breaths, just sort of cleansing breaths before we begin our meditation to sort of clear the way. Let's do a deep breath in through the nose and a long exaggerated breath out through the mouth, just to shift gears from your morning, gathering all of your thoughts, energy, and attention here. And bringing your awareness to the top of your head as you again take that easy breath in. And with a long, exaggerated sigh of your breath out, feel your awareness softening down from the top of your head to the shoulders, as if the sand was draining down in your sand timer from the top of the head to your shoulders, relaxing the muscles of the face, the jaw, the neck. And again, as we take a deep breath, that long and slow exhale, feel your weight, the sand draining down from your shoulders to your belly, relaxing the chest, the back, the belly muscles. And then again, with a deep, slow breath, maybe imagining now breathing into this clear space of the upper half of the hourglass. And as you exhale again, softening down, feeling the weight, the sand drain down to the very bottom. As you soften down through your belly, your hips, your legs, and just feel your weight landing on the ground. And then again, we're going to do that in 1 full breath, breathing into that clear open space of the upper half of the hourglass, and then 1 long, slow exhale, feel your weight drain down, the sand drain down from the top of your head all the way to your seat, all the way down into the ground. And feeling yourself here, just tuning in to say a little hello to yourself today, noticing how you are. Let yourself be the curious observer of how you are, and doing your best to let go of any judgments, knowing that there is no right or wrong way to show up here this morning. Just creating this loving awareness of space for you to be just as you are right now. And then tuning into your breath, let's, as best you can, focus the breath in and out through the nose. But if you're stuffy or just need to exhale through the mouth, please do so. And just following the path of your breath with your mind's eye in, feel your body gently expanding. And breath slowly back out, body softening. And you might even just weave that little mantra in, that silent mantra as you're breathing in, saying to yourself, breathing in. And as you're exhaling, saying to yourself, breathing out. And it just gives our mind another place to focus on, to get a little bit more focused and clear here. We'll take 2 more breaths, breathing in, breathing out. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Nice. And we'll be coming back to our breath to weave in a little bit more of that breath body flow as we get moving here. But for now, just grow a little bit taller, wiggling up out of your hips, finding an easy posture. And then slightly tip your chin forward to open up through the back of the neck and to create a little space in the cervical vertebrae. So not a big old stretch, but just a gentle tip forward of the head. And feel as if you could breathe into the back of the neck. And then begin to roll the head over to the right, ear to shoulder, just nice and easy, back down across the chest to the other side. Good morning, neck. Again, sweeping over to one side, and back down and across to the other. We'll do that one more time with a little breath. Inhale as you roll to one side. And exhale back down and across to the other side. And let's all meet back to the right. So right ear to shoulder. Let that left shoulder be heavy and just sort of drape that left hand down to the floor. So your fingers may or may not touch the floor depending how long your arms are and how high up you're sitting. But if they do, let them land there. And if they don't, imagine you've got little tiny weights attached to your fingertips, just letting the weight of the arm be heavy. And then we're going to start to sort of tip the head around in some different directions here. So we can rotate the head, finding these little micro movements, or maybe sort of nodding the head up and down. We're just looking for those nooks and crannies we can bring some extra TLC into this morning to unwind our stiff necks. And when you find that sweet spot that feels oh so lovely to be in for a moment, let's stay there and breathe into that space. Side out. Roll your chin forward, shoulders forward as the hands come back to the knees, and then back up to center. And then we'll go the other way. So tipping the head to the left, ear to shoulder, and then bringing the right hand down. Again, either fingertips resting on the floor, or just imagining you have those little, I think of those like fishing weights, like fishing lure weights attached to my fingertips, just to offer a little bit more gravity so that the shoulder can be nice and relaxed there. Okay, and then begin to play with the positioning of the head, maybe nodding the head up and down, changing the angle there a little bit, rotating side and up a little bit. Oh, there's my spot right there. Yep, found it. Right, you could also do like even a little circle around that spot, wherever your spot is. So again, just kind of play for a moment. And then let's pause in that spot and just take a nice deep breath. Sigh it out. Roll your chin towards your shoulder, and then the head comes forward, shoulders forward, hands to knees. And slowly back up. Circling your shoulders back and down. Nice big chest opening, shoulder opening, warming up. That. All right. So we're going to come into a little movement with our breath again. Here are some arm movements with our breath and sort of thinking of this radiant breath. So I imagine it like the rays of the sun beginning in our center and expanding outwards in all directions and then coming back in to center. So we're going to play with some different arm positions as we go through this little flow. So we'll begin with the hands over the belly, and you can have your hands right on your body or just off your body, whatever is comfortable for you. And we're going to take the length of our breath to open the arms out onto this low diagonal. You might even feel a little press back, this little chest opening. And then as you exhale, the hands come back to the belly. So just synchronizing your movement with your breath again. Same positioning as you inhale, open out to your low diagonal. And then take the length of your exhale to bring the hands back. We're going to bring them up a little higher this time. So inhale, expanding out to the sides. And exhale, hands are going to meet now around the solar plexus area, so the base of the ribs. Again, inhale, expanding out to the sides. And exhale back to the solar plexus. And this time we're going to reach up on a high diagonal. Inhale. And as you exhale, the hands come to the heart, one on top of the other. Inhaling up and out. And exhale, returning to the heart. And we're going to do 2 more here, and then we're going to reverse that flow back down. So again, inhale, opening. Now if you want, you can switch which hand is on top. Just feeling that breath connection nice and slow. There's a little pause for a heartbeat at the top of the inhale, and a pause for a heartbeat at the end of the exhale. Now the arms are going to open out to the sides. In. Exhale, hands to solar plexus, middle body. Again, inhale, open. Exhale, hands to solar plexus, and then low diagonal, inhale. Exhale, hands to belly. One last time. Pause here. Bring your hands back to the knees. And just let yourself sit in stillness there for a moment. Beautiful. Now, if you're in a cross-legged position, just notice which leg is in front and remember that. Let's stretch the legs out for a moment here. Rolling through the ankles, bouncing through the knees a little bit. And then cross them the other way. All right, bring your right arm down to the floor beside you, coming into our rainbow movement flow. So we're gonna paint that rainbow up overhead, bringing that left hand to the floor. I'm gonna press into that left hand a little bit to stay grounded in that right hip, and also to just very, very gently sort of puff out that right side of the rib cage. And then the arm comes back. As we flow in and out of that a few times, let your head move with the arm. So we're going to look down to the left hand. And then as we come back, we'll look back over to the right hand. So we're just incorporating the neck with that movement. And then let's change the angle a little bit. Maybe the arm reaches a bit more forward and back. So we're saying good morning to this whole right side of our torso. Just flowing in and out. We're looking for some ease and flow and what might feel really good in our bodies today. Remember, we can always do that kind of wrap around, that sweep around. I imagine that I'm kind of playing in water. I could imagine that I could feel the water trickling around my fingers. And then let's all take that final reach up and over on that little diagonal over the left knee, wherever that is for you. If you're up here, just let the arm drop down. And if your body says okie dokie, you can lean further into that, but never pushing. Pause. And then bring both hands forward to the knees as we roll back up the spine to center. Take a nice big breath in here, and as you exhale, let your weight and that sand and your breath drain down from the top of the head, down to your hips, to the ground. Good. Other way, sweeping that left arm up and over to the side. Now just pause for a moment, so pressing into that right hand, and just feel that left hip nice and grounded, and just slightly start to kind of puff out. I think of a bird puffing out its chest here to the side a little bit, opening through the rib cage, and then coming back, looking to that left hand. Nice and easy. It's like we're playing with the edges. That's how I think of this. As we're coming to kiss the edge of that stretch and then easing away. So it creates a lot of pliability, a lot of suppleness in the body, rather than coming into a hard stretch and just holding it there, which oftentimes makes everything tighter. Maybe that arm sweeps up and over the knee. Oh, good morning back. Nice and easy into your back. And just do that one or two more times. Breathing naturally. Let's all take this final one, that final sweep up and over the right, again to your level of comfort, just sort of melting wherever that end range of motion is for you. And then slowly start to roll up as the hands come forward. Shoulders roll back. Weight drains back, down top of the head to the ground. Have a little wiggle there. Oh goodness, and just pause for a moment to notice how you feel. So I don't know if it's because I taught a class before this or just that was the movement that my body needed right now, but all of a sudden I just felt this deep drop into center. So what does that feel like? For me, it just feels like I'm rock solid on the floor right now, which feels really kind of good. So notice for yourself, do you feel more grounded? Do you feel more in your center? Does your back, do your hips feel relaxed? What's what here? Okay, let's keep going with this. So feel free to change your legs to change that position anytime that you need. So I really want you to think about letting comfort be your guide. So I've kind of put this intention out this week that my intention for our classes, or our theme of my classes, is ease and flow. And that can mean a lot of different things. And so I encourage you, one, to kind of take those words and think, well, what does that mean to you? But also thinking about this idea of ease and flow, to me that means slowing down. And I love this phrase, slow down, slow way down. And that's easier said than done sometimes. Our minds don't always want to slow down. They're moving at a pretty fast pace a lot of times. Mine's moving at a pretty fast clip these days. I got a lot of stuff I'm doing. But it's so beneficial that we take moments not to try to stop that, not to try to put the brakes on, but just to invite that energy of breathing a little slower, moving a little more mindfully, creating the opportunity to feel more grounded, more centered. And that's where we experience the ease and flow. And the point I'm trying to get to this is that's when our bodies flourish. Our bodies can really flourish and heal and grow when they feel supported, when they feel grounded, when they feel supported, whether that's physically having enough support under your hips to make your back feel better, or whatever that might be. So I just offer that to you to keep following that path of comfort as much as possible, And I'll do the same so that we can set up these conditions for success and for ease and flow in our bodies and minds and hearts. So that being said, let's flow. Alrighty, so we're going to take a little twisty to our right. So your left hand to your right knee, your right fingertips behind you. Take a little lift and spiral around. We're going to do this in the somatic yoga style today. It's one of my favorite ways to work with this. So we want to notice where we are right now. So as you're in that twist, you're looking back over your right shoulder or in that direction. Notice where you can see too comfortably with no extra effort, no strain in your neck. Pick a little spot and kind of place a polka dot there on the wall. Remember that spot. And then from here, we're just going to unwind and we're going to round a little in. So the chin releases forward, the back relaxes, the shoulders roll a little forward. And then as we spiral back up and around to the right, you can feel the chest opening. We're gently squeezing the shoulders back towards each other so the back muscles are a bit more engaged. Beautiful postural work here. And then we release that. Unwind. Let's weave our breath into that. So let's inhale, twist to the right. Feel that gentle squeeze of your shoulders back. Hold. And then exhale, release, unwind. Just one more time. Inhale, little twisty. Exhale, release. Now again, let's twist to the right. Pause. So we're going to hold our body here. We're going to add one more piece with this. Just the head is going to turn to the left. And then back to the right. Good. Slowing down, slow way down. Nice and easy. Look left. Like you're a beacon on a lighthouse. Looking back to the right. Let's do that one more time. Slow turn left. Breathing, slow turn right and pause. And then we're going to kind of release like we did. So we soften, let the chin fall forward, the shoulders fall forward. And then we're going to come one more time into our twist to the right, looking over the right shoulder. And now this time, notice where you can see too comfortably and if your range of motion has changed at all. Mine did quite a bit, so just notice for yourself. And then come back through center, bring your hands to your knees, and we're going to come through a little round of our seated cats as like an integration movement. So let me turn sideways so you can see this better. So pressing the knees and hands into each other, let's lift and arch. Now, I want you to imagine that you have nostrils on the center of your chest. I know how strange that sounds, but hang in there with me so that we're not cranking the head way far back here. You're thinking about breathing into the chest, into the heart center, and that's where your lift comes from. And then as you exhale, draw the belly in, tuck and round through your back. Again, inhale through the nostrils on the chest as you lift and open. Exhale, rounding back. Let's just do one more here. And as you roll through center, let your hips be heavy, your heart be light. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, let your weight drain down. Feel your body landing on the ground. Back into your center. We're going to go the other way. You're welcome to keep your legs where they are. I'm going to change the cross of mine again, just to keep that balance and ease here. All right, coming back into your easy pose. Let's see what this other side has to say. So we're going to twisty to the left. Again, feel a little length in your torso, so you're pressing down through your hips, lifting through your heart. Without really cranking around, don't crank, please don't crank, but just gently gaze over that left shoulder. And again, notice where you can see too comfortably. Place a little dot there, remember that. in your mind's eye. And let's start flowing. So we're going to unwind a little, releasing the muscles of the back, and then spiraling up and around. For right now, you're looking in the same direction as you're twisting. And again, just feel that gentle squeeze back of the shoulders to engage more of the upper back muscles and to open up through the chest. And then unwind, release. And then inhale, twist. Exhale, unwind. We're going to do that one more time. Again, you're just coming to kiss the edge of that movement and then easing away from it. And then the next time you come into your twist, we're going to hold. And then just the head turns to the right, looking away from your torso and then back to the left. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. In. Exhale. Pause. Let's unwind for a moment, just releasing effort. And then we come into our twist one final time. Again, looking back over the left shoulder. Take a breath here and just notice if your range of motion changed. Can you see around any further with no strain to get there? Yay, if you can, release back through center, just have a little wiggle. That means your brain has learned something new and we have repatterned the muscle length of the muscles along the whole spine, all the way up to the base of the skull. Let's do one more round of cat stretches here, just to integrate that. So inhale, lifting from the nostrils on your heart. Exhale, tuck and round. Maybe closing your eyes if that doesn't make you dizzy, sort of inviting your awareness inside. Inside the movement, your supple spine, one more time. And as you roll back up through center, feel your hips heavy, your heart light. One full breath here again, just letting all of your weight drain down, maintaining that beautiful open posture. Gorgeous.